Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I am Dustin and we are looking at AT&T once again, and what a bad day. The unfortunate part for AT&T shareholders right now is that this just went from bad to worse. And when I say worse, I mean on Friday we closed down 4%, which was at $14.50. Today we closed down 6.69%, down to $13.53. For the person who commented on my video last week saying that they have calls around 15.50, I'm sorry and I pray for you. Hopefully you've got enough duration that you can hold through this, but this looks like this is going to be pretty rough. I am not sure exactly what's happening with AT&T, but I can tell you that we are seeing an acceleration of volume because the price went from 14.30 or from 14.50 to 13.50, but the volume went from 101 million shares traded to 160 million shares traded. Now that is a lot. And we're looking at across the board. We got a 1 day, 5 day, 15 day, 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month go negative, or at least a negative rolling return. On the short term, intermediate term, and longer term, we have a go short signal. On the trend, we have a short term, intermediate, and longer term of bearishness. And when we start to look, the only thing that I would say would potentially be a saving grace, which is very rare to see on the most active stocks in Yahoo Finance, is that we're at 37% bearishness. On the 10-day rolling, we're at 27%. This is ridiculously low. We're going to go look. This is obviously the chart that's hideous, that's ugly, that's terrifying. If you have money in that, I'm sure you're scared, and I pray for you and your family. We look at the sentiment. The idea that the daily sentiment right now is at 38%. Now, this kind of an indicator, generally it's stochastic, so which means it kind of ranges. It'll generally hit the high 30s, and then it'll hit the high or low 60s, and that's about what it's going to do because it wants to stay around 50%. The only thing that I could say right here is that because it is currently at 38%, you may see a little bit of a bounce from this level, but that volume, that is the highest volume in the past 9 months, and it was to the downside. That is a terrifying look. When you look, it sees that the volatility is really not even breaking out that much either. The volatility is definitely coming off of a recent bottom around, looks like July 4th, but the volatility is breaking out while the correlation is starting to turn down. This is an ugly setup. I mean, look at that trade range. You saw that you had a very tight range here. That's because the volatility got really small, and now it's breaking out, but to the downside. If you see this in the up move, like you see potentially in a Tesla or an AMD or an NVIDIA, those are really usually positive and bullish. This is very negative for AT&T right now. We're going to go ahead and look at the ultra fast sentiment. Again, on the ultra fast sentiment, we are down at 39%. Which we don't normally get down this low. We did get down this low, it looks like in May, around 38, 37. Looks like we got around 35% in March. Wow, this has been hideous. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, do yourself a favor and subscribe to the New High newsletter. It comes out Sundays at 9 with 25 plus stocks breaking out to new all-time highs. Let's go. I'll talk to you soon.